Hey everybody, I wanted to talk to you today about working in Louisville. So, you have to support yourself if you're going to live in Louisville, right? So working in Louisville. And what we've experienced is a number of people on the higher end of the housing market are understanding that they can move to a place like Louisville, Kentucky, and be able to get a lot more home for their dollar versus places like California or New York, for example. So with the advent of the work from home, with COVID, it has opened up a lot of opportunities for people to not have to work where they live and live where they work. So what I've done is found a website that can help us to see just where does Louisville rank in that. And I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. So if you bear with me while I do it. And here we are. It is work in or liveinlouisville.com. And then I clicked on work. Okay. So I'm going to scroll down here. And as you can see, we are ranked number 9 for top tech ready cities in the United States. This is based on information such as the number of tech jobs available, the companies, the average internet speed, and more, whatever and more is. But just that we're in the top 10 is pretty cool. I thought I didn't even realize it was that high. Then we are number 4 with cities with the happiest workers. And we were our number 4 of cities with the happiest workers. So I'm not going to get into the weeds on that, but then we are number 3 with worker confidence. And then number 9 of the best cities for new college graduates, which is pretty pretty good considering we have a number of colleges here. We don't just have University of Louisville, but we also have Bellarmine, we have Spalding, we have Sullivan, we have JCTC, we have Simmons Bible College, and there's some more. There's a lot of post-secondary education here, which leads me to my next point, is that, and I'm going to stop sharing here. My next point is that we have also this Metroworks thing that it's a partnership between and so continuing on this web page, I wanted to show you, I'm going to share my screen again, and it talks about workforce partners, startups and entrepreneurs and things like that. So it has been rated one of the top cities for startups and entrepreneurs, which I think is pretty cool. It is pretty low barriers to entry for a new business. There's a one-stop shop online. You can set up your EIN number and things like that. There's apprenticeships around electricians, plumbers. Obviously, the trades has been a big increase the last few years in the focus on those. These guys are making 6 figures in plumbing and electrical, those welding, those type of jobs anymore. Finding a job in Louisville is, you can't trip. I mean, you're tripping over jobs. There's jobs everywhere. There's no reason to not have a job. And you could have 2 or 3 if you really want them. There's that many jobs. It's insane. I believe as of today, there's 16,000 available jobs in Louisville. So there's plenty of jobs. So barrier removal, which is a good point to get the people in the workforce. So of course, everyone's had to get creative with COVID. And so transportation, the bus system has, tried to revamp their routes. Childcare, some employers will have childcare on site. Expungement, so that is, when people have felonies and they're going to remove those so that they can be employed. They have actually expungement fairs where it's no cost. You come and they'll, I guess, review your case and see about getting something expunged if that is actually holding you back from getting a job. However, having said that, many employers have become second chance employers anymore, specifically if it's not related. Obviously, you wouldn't have a child molester working at a daycare, duh, right? But if it is not specific to that industry, so like child support, the guys get behind a child support, they get locked up in Kentucky. That's the way it works. They actually print out a big in the newspaper. They print the list of child support people that are behind on child support, and so then you can get arrested and go to jail. So the judges they love for you to get a job, because then of course you're going to be getting the child support caught up. And so some of the judges will just kind of route them to certain businesses. If you reach out and say, hey, we're interested, we'll take those guys, because realistically they haven't done anything other than get behind on child support. At least that's what they're in trouble for. So that is always an easy one, a child support issue. If they just had something dumb, they didn't pay a ticket and they had a warrant, that type of stuff, those are easy. I mean, for employers to overlook. um, there's some that are not going to be easy to overlook, and depending on your industry. Obviously a moving company would not want to hire someone who had theft by unlawful taking or stealing checks, things like that. You would want to, weed those out and not use those people. But and then of course the age of the crime. So if the crime is 20 years old and they haven't done anything wrong in 20 years, and they've been out, then there's probably no exposure to you. And so having said that, there's really no reason for a person not to be able to succeed by getting a job in Louisville. And with so many work from home options anymore, I know Humana has a tremendous amount of people that now work from home, even I call it post COVID, but you know what I'm saying? The big push is not there as far as making people stay home. Now they are given the option, and a lot of them are opting to stay home, which is what's changing the makeup of what people want to buy. So they need larger homes. They need homes with maybe a few more offices, because you got the kiddos maybe at home, and both parents or multiple, people are not buying. So this is the highest average age for a first-time home buyer right now, which is 33 years old. So some of those kids are staying at home with the family, with their parents. So these homes may need to be bigger than they used to be. Maybe you need 3 and 4 places that they can have offices. So just depends on what's going on there. And then there's, partners in workforce. I know Goodwill Industries has reached out to me. I'm going to have a conference call with them on Wednesday, as far as what do we offer, because they're a second chance employer, helping people get on their feet. And so let me stop sharing and so there's no reason to not succeed if you're willing to work. A good work ethic will carry you far. And I think employers realize that at this point they're going to have to reward those employees that work hard and are willing, to dig in. And many companies offer tuition reimbursement. When I was with Humana, they had a pretty decent tuition reimbursement program. But many employers do. Many of the larger employers, obviously the little mom and pops can't afford it, but a lot of the larger employers do. So as you see, this is a Greater Louisville Inc., which is the Chamber of Commerce for Louisville, Metro Louisville. And here's some information on them. But I just wanted to address the workforce issue. Many businesses are actually not even able to open up as much as they want to be open. I know I used to have 8 people in my office, and now there's just me. So it's hard to find a lot of workers. So if you are a great worker, this is definitely a place to come so that you can excel. So hopefully I've told you something today that is helpful to you in your decision whether to come to Louisville, Kentucky, move here, play here, have fun here. And if I have been of help, please below, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and then leave a comment for me. And my name is Margaret Weathers, and my phone number is 502-664-9971. Again, 502-664-9971. And I look forward to hearing from you. Thanks. Bye-bye.